Alrighty, friends, before today's episode, we have a very, very special announcement for you. We'll be hosting our first live show. That is unreal. So what does that exactly mean? So 7th of July at Kinsella's Hotel, you can grab yourself a ticket, grab your mates, grab a drink. You can come down, you can see the boys live in the flesh. We'll be hosting a live podcast. So similar to what you hear every Wednesday, we'll be there, we'll be spinning some yarns that we might not even be able to tell on the podcast. You know, it might be a bit too, we need to tell you in person. One and only thing. We'll be playing games against you guys, bullseye, all of that. It'll be the boys against the crowd. So you guys at home think you're better than us. Time to prove it. And we'll be doing some of our most popular segments. It's under wraps, but might be a tier list. Who knows? So grab yourself a ticket. Check the link in the description. Get a ticket before it sells out. Ticks are flying off the site. So click the link, grab a ticket, and we'll see you guys there.
Oh, yeah, that's
But that
good.
means he was holding it in. He let out 3 as well.
That's true, that's true.
And here's another thing. If I'm taking a piss and I feel something needs to exit my anus,
Anyway, I agree. I like boneless better. But there is every now and then you do want to gnaw on the bone a bit. Or is that just me?
what are you, a dog?
Golden retriever over here.
Yeah, look at this guy. Welcome back to Critical Banter, the podcast that brings the Friday drinks chat to this week's episode. We have a Kush run game, the Feud. Sen and I don't know what it is, but we'll figure out when we get to it.
Help us
And
all.
we have Compare and Contrast, our tier list segment. We've got some Asian dishes there, but for that throughout the week, we got me and Miguel, we have Kush,
Yes, sir.
and we have Senny again.
We've also got, well, we don't have roe, but we've got a bowl full of broken chocolate in place of roe.
Lovely.
And it'll provide just as much input as he normally does.
If not more, because Kush is getting very acquainted
Yeah, at
with.
least, Kush is
the
getting
bowl.
some sort of utility out of this.
All right, before we crack on the stories, quickly, I've got this week's drink. Woolies had a half price special on 1.5 litre drinks. I have a 1.5 litre Sprite Zero Sugar. I think I don't need to taste it, mate. It's absolutely class. 9 out of 10.
Wowie. Well, I've got a quick story here. It's another urinal story at work. and
Hey?
Beautiful.
It's an interesting one. I walked in. I go to the cubicle. I always take my pisses in the cubicle. I don't go to the urinals.
You don't want people to see you dingling?
I mean, they've got the little blocks. Like,
The dividers.
yeah, but I'm not a fan. I just like a bit of my privacy, you know? So off I go. And someone comes into the urinal. And I hear the unzip doing his business. And I hear a little, oh, yes. That's the first thing. And then he comes out. And then he starts fighting. He farts like 3 times over the course
So he
of
has
this.
wang in hand,
Yeah.
pissing. He says, oh, yes. And then he rips one.
He rips one immediately. I'm in the cubicle. I'm also chucking a piss. I'm near done now. And so I want to go out and wash my hands, but I was like, I'm going to stay in here until this man finishes whatever he's doing here. And then he lets out another one mid-piss. So you can still hear the piss and he gets another fart out.
How do you know he's not shitting, though?
Because he's at the urinal.
Oh,
I'm in the
right. You're.
cubicle.
Oh, I thought you were both in the cubicle.
Oh,
Yeah, they're in the same cubicle, actually, Senny.
But yeah, he let out 3 farts while pissing, gave me an oh yes, and then went and washed his hands and called it a day. So I want to ask about farting at a urinal. Is that okay?
Ah, dude, I have this question a lot of times in my life. Like, where is it actually okay to fart? You're like, surely in a
Yeah.
bathroom is the one place where you just got to allow it.
I think that it's okay.
I
The
think
oh
it's
yeah,
okay.
the oh yes frames it
Oh,
in
yeah.
such a negative light. But if he's just, it's a bit, yeah, I don't know.
Farting at a urinal? I don't know.
No, I'm okay with that. I agree with mine. The oh yes is just unbelievably unnecessary.
Okay, hang
Like,
on.
There is no need for it.
If I was at the urinal as well and he was fighting, like, forget the oh yes, he was fighting. You think that's okay?
I think it's fine, dude.
I think it's okay, but personally, if I knew I had to fart during my piss, I'm going to the cubicle.
Yeah, you're going to the.
But that's me
cubicle.
personally. But if someone else does it,
Think it's okay? It's fair game.
well, I'd rather them do it here than outside.
Yeah, exactly.
But you should go to the cubicle, like you're saying, to fart, not at a urinal. When
But
you
he's
go-
mid piss.
No, but surely you know you got to fart. Or are you just saying it came out and he had no idea?
Maybe that's why the oh yes, the oh yeah, that's
But that
good.
means he was holding it in. He let out 3 as well.
That's true. That's true.
And here's another thing. If I'm taking a piss and I feel something needs to exit my anus, right? How am I 100% sure it's only a fart?
No,
Maybe-
you can.
No,
know,
but if
dude.
I know, if I'm at an oh yes stage and things are building up, I want to be safe and secure and,
Yeah, or maybe you have to do the row thing at the urinal, you know? Once you do your piss, stretch out your cheeks, let out the fart.
I think urinal is okay.
Okay.
It's not ideal, but it's okay. It's
I wasn't
it's
sure.
fine.
I didn't think this was like a rare you don't mind him. I was genuinely conflicted. I had no idea if this was
So
okay.
have you ever farted at a urinal?
No. If I'm gonna fight, I go to the cubicle.
I reckon I farted at a urinal, but I made sure that the coast was clear. You know, I had the decorum at least to make sure that no one else was in the vicinity.
What if he thought the coast was clear?
Well,
Because
you
when
you
you
were
walk
pissing,
in-
right?
No, but when you walk in, but the door was locked. Remember? The
But he
cubicle
would have
door.
been able to hear you.
Yeah, he would have been able to hear and also see when he walked in that the cubicle was taken.
Okay.
So
Doesn't care. He doesn't care.
okay, I don't know.
He wanted you to know he.
It was at work though, so like if I had walked out and I'd seen the man's face, oh, I don't know if I'm interacting with that guy ever again.
5 minutes in and already we've talked about shitting and peeing. You we're back.
Let's go. All right, who's got
Every
another
week.
story?
I've got a couple quick ones. I got accosted the other day. Have you ever been in a situation where you're minding your own business? You're standing there, you're minding your own business, and someone starts a conversation with you, and you're forced to have like a 10, 20-minute conversation with this person, and you're just too nice, and you can't say no, and you can't really be rude and be like, oh, I don't really want to talk right now.
Couple of times, yeah.
Not really. No, I don't put myself in situations to be accosted.
Well, so I was just standing. So long story short, I went to go change some money because we're going to Japan soon. So the yen is at an all-time low against the Australian dollar. So I'm like, mate, I got to cash in.
Good.
So I went to go exchange some money, and I actually ran into your parents that day as well, Manu. Your parents walked right past me. We said hello, exchanged some pleasantries, but they're not the people I'm dobbing in right now.
All right, just making sure.
So I was standing in line, and then this older Sri Lankan couple was standing behind me. And so the lady in front of me was taking forever to exchange money. She was literally trying to haggle an exchange rate. And I'm like, that's not how it works.
No, you can do that. You can do that.
What?
Well, I think she actually did.
The price
yeah.
advertised is not always the price you can get.
So like it's matching at other
Like JB Hi-Fi, you can haggle price of
so
JB
it's
Hi-Fi.
exchange rate matching. They were
But
doing
you
that.
have to exchange vast amounts of money.
Correct.
So
Okay.
I exchanged mine at 96 point something. She managed, and I think she exchanged like a couple $1,000 for the Japanese yen as well, and she got 98 point something.
Wow.
Wow, those 2 cents.
But she stood there for, yeah, exactly. She stood there for like 25 minutes haggling with this poor woman. So anyway, I was standing in line behind her, and then I could hear this Sri Lankan couple talking behind
Yeah.
me in Tamil. And I could understand, but I wasn't, I made sure to look like I wasn't listening in on their
course.
conversation.
Yeah.
But I reckon they somehow knew, because 5 minutes later, the auntie tapped me on the shoulder, and she's like, where are you off to next? And I'm like, oh, here we go. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to Japan with my friends in 2 weeks. And they're like, we were just there 2 months ago. And then before I knew it, we were talking about, you should go to this restaurant in Osaka. You should go see this in Kyoto. And then they're like, oh, we're going to China next week. And I'm
Wow.
like, really? And then, you know, really nice people. It was very wholesome, but it was
Yeah.
just like, I really wasn't in the mood to talk that day. Like I was just pretty keen to just get in, change my money and get
It's
out.
like those stories of, you know, where the people like when you go on vacation as well with like 2-3 people and you make vacation friends. Like
Yeah,
you only ever see them
yeah,
on
yeah,
vacation.
yeah.
Sometimes people hate that. But like they just don't. Like we're minding your own business. We're on our own vacation. This sounds like a very similar thing, but I don't think it's that bad.
No, it wasn't bad, but it was just stuff like we got to the point where they were asking, where do you work? What's your name? Where do you live? Do you know so and so?
That's a gray area because it could enter a place where it's like it's nice meeting you. Let's meet up as well later.
Yeah.
It could enter that stage. It could.
But, you know, they were just lonely old people and they just wanted someone to talk to.
No,
But
I've gotten used to that, dude. People who are
Really?
like over 40, 50-year-old, they dead set just need people to talk to. Especially the elderly people. 70,
Yeah.
70 plus. Bro, their life is fucking boring, man. Like, holy shit. Can you imagine when you're 70? What are you going to do? You just eat, you sleep, you
Well-
watch TV?
honestly, that's pretty much it. So they said they're retired and now all they do is just they go traveling.
There you go.
They go on random tours to random countries.
They found a brother and they were like, you know what? He's a young brother.
Yeah.
He's learning. We'll give him some advice. There you go. That's it.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I got accosted for 25 minutes that day.
You
Grim
think it's
chat.
You think it's accosted. I think it's just a nice little friendly chat, son.
As I said a few weeks ago, I've been going to a physio recently to rehab my foot, and my friend Grant, the physio, full of great stories. And so he told me a couple of stories as well recently. So I'm just going to retell them. I'm basically just stealing other people's content
Maybe
right
we should
now.
just get him on the pod and
Yeah.
you
He
can.
honestly way more interesting than us.
And
I'll
then
tell
Senny,
that.
you can take a week off because that's all that's happening.
So we were just talking about, you know, supernatural, you know, stories. You know, do you believe in like coincidences, stuff like that?
Okay.
And he said in his life, he's only heard or had two things happen to him where he's like, fuck, like you really felt like there was maybe a greater power. So the first one he told me was he like one of his good friends started going out with a girl and he went over to their house for the first time and he met her. It's like, you know, this is my new girlfriend, so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And he met her. It's real nice. And then he met, obviously it was at her house. So he met her brother as well. And the second he met her brother, he just got this immediate like weird feeling where like, bro, something's just off about this guy. So anyway, they went and then he left with his friend and he's like, yeah, what about that guy? He's like, oh, he seems okay. And he's like, nah, man, I got this weird feeling about him. 6 months later, he kills the sister.
Oh.
Literally just went into her room one night, stabbed her, and then went into the parents' room and said, so-and-so's gone. And they're like, what are you talking about? And they went to her room and she was dead. And he said, that was the first time in my life where I had an immediate, something in my body just told me this guy is,
Dude,
something is off about this guy.
Fucking crazy.
I don't know if you've seen these on TikTok, but they have Reddit threads, and I always get roped into the supernatural.
Yeah,
there's something about the music, and it's 10 p.m. I'm in
Are they
bed.
jumping on Minecraft blocks?
Yeah, no, it's just Reddit threads. It's just screenshots of Reddit threads. That's it. And there are ones about instincts.
Yeah.
And there was a couple where it's oh, I just knew something was behind me, and your hairs go up, or you feel something juju.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you turn
yeah.
around and it's the guy in a hoodie is walking behind you. It's shit like that where it's
a
your
sixth
body
sense.
just knows that there's something off about this.
But those Reddit ones often, they're probably really written well, but often I'll be like, maybe this is a bit bullshit. But the fact that this guy was telling me this to my face, and he himself said he's not that big of a believer in this sort of stuff.
That's crazy.
Send a shiver down my spine. I'll tell you that.
Did you ask him was it just purely his body just reacting, or did he see something and it was
no, it was just his pure initial instinct. When he saw him, he's like, fuck. This
so the
guy
dude was normal, acting normal, conversing normal.
Well, apparently he was a bit acting a bit weird, but nothing you would suggest he would be a murderer.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Damn, dude.
I've never had something like that where I immediately go, oh,
Neither
shit,
have I.
something is wrong.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think when you were telling the story. Have I ever encountered someone and be immediately something's off?
Not even
I don't
something
know.
a situation, you're walking down an alleyway or something like that, and you're like, oh, something's off. I've never had that feeling yet.
And hopefully I don't, to be honest, because that's pretty scary. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, his body must have been react, get out now. Or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. And then the other one he told me was similar kind of vein. One of his clients came in and he was treating her or whatever, and then there was an older Chinese lady, and she always held with her this Chinese Bible. Just everywhere she went, she always clutched it to her. And he's like, why do you always hold this Chinese Bible?
Bible.
It's basically the Bible in Chinese,
I thought
right?
it was a specific edition or something like that.
And he's like, oh, are you religious? And then she tells a story about how a few years beforehand she had the doctors told her that she had terminal cancer, and that she only had maybe 12 months to live. And so what she did was she went to Italy, and she went to Rome, and she went to the Vatican. And apparently she stepped into, and this is her story, she stepped into the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
And the second she stepped in, she's like, Grant, I got hit by this bright white light. And I completely blacked out, and I woke up. And then she came back to Sydney. She did went back to the medical scans for a regular checkup. And the doctor's like, is this scan yours? And she's like, obviously, I gave it to you. She's like, no, has this been switched with someone else's? She's like, no, it's mine. She's like, I don't believe it, but the cancer's actually receding. And over the next few months, the cancer slowly went away.
Straight to
and ever since then, she carried that Bible with her everywhere. And again, same thing when Grant told me, he's like, the hairs all stood up.
Yeah.
My hairs are standing as you tell me, dude.
The Vatican just source, bro. That's raw energy. That's pure raw religious energy, bro. Sending it straight to her body. Wow.
He's like, Sen, I don't know if it's true, but just something in me.
So
you can't, what can you say to that?
Yeah, but that's not, that was just someone else. He firsthand saw that first dude that he.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't ever want to experience this. I don't.
I don't. Honestly, I don't.
It's not
as cowardly as it sounds.
It's not calming to know that you potentially had a bit of foreshadowing to you. You could have.
Yeah, the foreshadowing of something dangerous
or something like that happening. I don't know, man. That's crazy though. The cancer receding.
Yeah, that is insane. And the final third one he told me was,
how long are your physio sessions, by the way?
He only charges me for an hour, but yeah, they go for a while. He just has great yarns. So the third one he told me, some guy came in and they were just yarning, and then he's like, oh, I'm a healer. And Grant's like, oh, you're a healer, are you?
So is Grant.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, oh, can you show? Grant's like, can you show me? He's like, here, I've got a video of it. And so he pulls up a video, and it's him with basically in front of a massive crowd, and this guy, a tradie, comes up. He's like, I injured my wrist a couple of years ago on a job site. I've gone to so many doctors and physios. No one can heal me. And basically in the video, the healer grabs the guy's wrist, and he's like, be gone. Be gone. Be gone. He just starts hitting the guy's wrist, just yelling and just slapping his wrist, being like, be gone. And full shaking and stuff. And then the tradie grabs his wrist. He's like, it's good again. And then he's showing Grant. He's like, how cool is this? And then Grant's like, whoa, that's really good. And he looked him into the eyes. He's like, so why don't you just heal yourself? Why are you here right now?
Oh, got him.
And then the healer's like, nah, it doesn't work like that. I can't do it on myself. I can only do it to other
yeah.
people. And then
Makes
Grant's like,
sense.
yeah, whatever, mate.
The way that was going, it sounded like the origin story of Doctor Strange. Man was in an accident, you know.
Do you know, Sen, Angel Gomez, the footballer?
Yeah.
Did you see the video of him? He was like a young prodigy, right?
Yeah.
Played for Manchester United, like probably 16 at the time. There's a video of him going to like one of those churches where the pastor is doing those things like, I'll heal you, you know, those things. And he's he's full going to the pastor, I've got terrible like knee injuries, you know, I'm always injured in my ankle, whatever. And then they do the whole shebang of like, I'll heal you. And then apparently he played the whole season, next season.
I feel like, and when I talk to him about it, I feel like a lot of it is, it's up here. It's mental.
It's all mental, man. Sometimes it's just like stress that you're unaware of.
Correct.
Sometimes these things just manifest physically. So,
And people just need like that feeling of someone has gone ridden for you, and then in your mind,
it's like a blocker almost.
Exactly, precisely.
Yeah.
I would like to want to go to those healers though. It seems a bit funny.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen those videos where it's like the Begone Demon one.
Yeah, dude. They look like they're performing exorcisms on people.
Yeah, where they're like, it's just like a group of 10 people and they all go up one by one and like,
they're
the
like
healer.
They'll
Yeah, I've
grab
seen
you
it.
by the
And they push you back and then they start like, like having a fucking stroke, bro.
It's such an American thing. I feel I didn't realize it was like a big thing here in Australia, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't like this. They're making a business out of all of this.
Oh yeah,
It absolutely is
yeah.
because it's 10 paid actors trying to sell to the church and the church will give you money. There you go.
We should start our own. Maybe Kush just goes, be gone.
And not to heal, just fuck off. Leave me alone.
Alrighty, to finish this off, again, as per usual, we have our ongoing series, Cop or Not. This one was sent in by Marky Michael, and this is Cisco in the US, and they had a collaboration with Nike. That's already got me
Big
interested.
guns.
Yeah.
There you go.
So there's a couple of photos here. So the first one is a beautiful black quarter zip.
Quarter zip, long sleeve, lovely.
It's got Cisco on the right chest and Nike on the left chest. I got to say, sleek design.
Sleek. They've even put the little Cisco sound waves.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Wowee.
It's like a football training top.
Yeah.
You know, you've got your team on the one side, you got the sponsor on the other side, you
That's
got
what it feels
that
like.
is-
Yeah.
you got the long sleeve. Wow.
They also have a little zip up hoodie. You got Cisco on the chest, and then you have the Nike on the sleeve, on the arm.
Oh, that
It's
is
like
class.
it's like Stone Island. Stone Island patches, you got to show it to everyone. And-
It's football hooliganism.
yeah, exactly. They're getting to the
The
market.
ultras. And finally, they have similar design, but a polo, like a golf polo. Cisco on the chest and Nike on the sleeve.
The polos are nice.
Bro, I don't know Cisco all about that. This is...
Dude, I wasn't familiar with their game.
A lot of money in
Yeah.
information systems, mate.
Yeah, true.
Cisco's got
true.
a bit of mandem to it, bro. Cisco's got a bit of style to him. I like it.
I like them. I really like the designs. All of them, the polo, the hoodie, the quarter zip, really nice stuff.
I'm copping every single one.
yeah.
I'm copping every single
I'll go one step further. I might buy. If I
Yeah.
work at Cisco, I might buy.
Yeah.
Because it's Nike, right? Comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially that quarter neck, dude. That one looks... Woo-wee. That
So
one's good.
I think if this was given for free, wow. Where do I sign?
I'm taking a couple. If I can take a couple back home...
Yeah, you're
oh.
stealing a few more.
Are you wearing this outside as well? I am.
Oh, absolutely.
I
I'm wearing this
absolutely am.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's so unassuming, the design. It's like, because it's in a place where you expect a logo, it's like perfectly normal and fine.
Yeah.
I can wear it out and about, whatever, your little logo there.
Because we often say the problem with the other ones, like your EYs, your Deloittes, they're so in your face. Like they're so out of place. This one is subtle. It's sleek. It kind of fits with the design. It's not overbearing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you could wear this out and about.
I'm gonna go one further. I want the Cisco fit. I want them trackies. I want the hat. I want the socks, bro. I want Cisco
Head to toe. You want
Nike
Cisco
dunks.
head to toe.
I want Cisco drip.
Yeah, can we get like Cisco Tech Fleece joggers? And like, yeah, can we get dunks with Cisco on them?
Bro, I'm wearing all of them. I want that Cisco fit.
All right, so obviously, if we got these for free, massively we
Massive
would wear
cop.
it. Would we buy these?
Yes, I would buy them.
I would buy a couple items.
Yeah.
I would buy a couple items.
Big cop. All right, you got a game from me. So do prepare yourselves. This could be either 2 minutes or it could be 27 minutes. So
What's up, brother?
the game is called the Feud, or actually known as Google Feud. So It's an actual game called the Google Feud.
I've never heard of this.
And
I
so
think I've heard of this.
I think we may have played a version of this before, but essentially it's like I'm going to give you a category, which is like maybe it's this person or this person is, and essentially you're going to get points based on the number of searches. Kind of similar to the last game we played, but the higher the points you get, the better.
So like filling in the blank sort of
Filling
thing.
in the blank of a Google search. Does that make sense, then?
No, let's just play around and let's see.
Okay, all right.
I know the game, Kush. I know the
I'll
game.
start with you, Mix, first, and then it'll go to you.
Thank you.
Oh, we're against each other.
You're against each other. Whoever gets the most points wins, okay?
Okay.
I'm making a tally.
All right.
Alrighty. The first category. I want to buy a blank. And so there are 10 Google searches here. What is blank?
I want to buy. Yeah, there's some heavy hitters here. What are people searching? Car.
Car. Car is the biggest one on the list. That is 10 points for Miguel.
So it's Family Feud,
Yeah.
but we're going off Google searches.
So I'm calling
I
it the Feud.
understand.
And it's also a specific website that does the game.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's almost a bit like the Google autocomplete interviews that celebrities
Essentially,
do.
yes.
All right.
Yes,
Okay.
very original.
In
All
short, not an original idea.
No, I like it. I like it. I'm on board now. I
All right.
understand.
Then.
Yeah.
Your turn.
House.
House is on the list. The second one on the
Second.
list. You get 9 points.
Thank you.
Migs.
Those were the heavy hitters. Let's say a TV.
Not on the list.
Really?
Yeah.
So how many incorrect answers do we get here?
You're only
Kush?
going to get 2 incorrect answers. That's it.
Not 3?
No. I
All
want to
right.
speed this up. So
Fair enough. I'll go a laptop.
not on the list.
Watch.
Seriously?
Incorrect.
How is that not in there?
Yeah. Some of these are a bit weird, to be honest.
All right. I'll just make it nice and quick. We'll go phone. Surely phone's in there.
Phone is not in there.
This is a bullshit list, bro.
What's on there?
I don't know what is timeshare. Timeshare is number
Oh,
3.
Oh,
like
you
a
don't know what
house.
time?
Yeah.
It's like another
Okay.
form of a house.
Dog is 4.
Yeah,
okay,
that
that's
makes
fair.
sense.
5 is jacket, but in brackets in Spanish. Must be people in Spain that are
Jacket.
typing. Then we got Tesla.
Odd.
Specific
Specific,
car.
yeah.
Elon's paying for that SEO, bro.
Shirt in Spanish. We got fashion big in Spain, dude.
All right, so half my answers now have to be in Spanish.
Boat, cat, and new car. They've even allowed a new car. in
How is
there.
boat in the top 10, but
Better than a
not
watch?
laptop, phone,
Yeah.
watch, etc.?
Well,
That's
Migs,
crazy.
you're winning. 10.
All right,
Set on
here we
9.
go.
All right,
Fair
we're going to
enough.
go to the next round. Next category. Can you die from too much blank?
What?
Correct. You heard that right.
Senny, you can go first.
I'll go for the obvious one. I feel like I've looked this up before. I'll go alcohol. Is there a specific type of alcohol on
No,
there?
Not a specific type of
Okay. All
alcohol,
right, never
not
mind. I'll
that.
cop that then.
Can I die from too much fast food?
Oh, it's not even on there. Holy shit.
Any variations?
No
All right.
variations.
Let's
What
think
could
about
this be, dude?
Bit of hints, potentially.
Yeah, maybe chuck us both the hint here.
Okay. Smut and health. Those are the two hints.
Shush. I've got number one
Smart and
answer.
health.
I've got the number one
Oh,
answer.
Okay, well, I'm going to go. I don't know if this is right, but I'll say wanking or some variation of that.
I'll give you pleasure.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. And that is 7 for you,
What?
Sen.
Thank you.
Is the number one answer sex?
It is sex
Oh,
indeed.
yes.
It's another 10 for Migs there.
There we
How
go.
is that something someone's looking up, bro?
It
Yeah.
must be now.
All right, I'll go. Too much marijuana.
No.
All right.
What about in Spanish?
In Spanish, yeah.
No drugs, alcohol
Yeah,
here,
fair
friend.
enough. Okay.
Can I die from too much money?
No, not too much money. Oxygen was the second at 9.
That's some dumb shit, bro.
Sleep at 8.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Coffee at 6.
Oh, I feel like we should have got that. We
yeah.
should have.
Stress is 5. Vitamin C 4. Very specific. Then you had exercise, protein, and spice. Spice apparently.
Dude, who's looking this shit up?
We're gonna go food. Food.
How
is
many
over.
rounds are we doing of this, by the way?
We'll do maybe
As
3
many
more.
as the heart desires,
Yeah.
really.
Fair enough.
We'll go to food.
So most Googled food.
No. The food is an overarching
There's a
category. I'm
quote.
going to the questions.
Ah,
of
I
food.
see.
Okay.
Gotcha.
What happens if you microwave blank?
Can I just say, people, like, you don't have to Google every thought or question that comes into your mind, by
Wait
the
till
way.
you hear the top one in this.
Yeah, I'm
You will not
sure it's
click.
some stupid ass shit.
Spoon.
I saw a spoon. Are we going to give him another color, or he has to be specific?
That's up to you, bro. It's your game.
Just give it to me.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Fine. Fork, which is 5.
Okay, that.
Hey, it's cutlery. I'm going to give him cutlery. I'm going to give it.
He said a fundamentally different utensil.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like team.
Senny, Senny,
teaspoon
Senny,
or
Senny,
It's my
tablespoon.
game.
Senny,
Hey,
Senny,
it's my
Senny.
game.
Shh.
It's my game. Go on.
Okay.
Say something.
You'll get one lenient one if you get close.
I'll say a Tupperware container or plastic container.
What is it?
Some sort of container.
Give it to him.
Styrofoam?
Yeah,
Styrofoam?
fuck it. Give it to
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, I'll
you know
give
what?
it
It's
you,
in the
alright.
general
There's a
vicinity.
container. Because
9. Yeah, all right. You got
There
9.
you go.
Second highest.
Thank you.
Migs.
battery.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
no battery.
I'd go the classic one, putting a tennis ball in a microwave. Is that in there?
No.
You guys never did that? Put a
No,
tennis ball and
no.
it bounces like starts peeing. We'll do it after this, Kush. Right for the next
Yeah,
segment.
we'll go to your house then and do it.
One more each. All right, Migs, another guess.
Fucking chicken.
No chicken. No chicken here.
It's hard to even think of a guess.
Yeah. All right. We'll say phone. Your mobile phone.
Phone is there. You get 4. Well
Let's
done.
go.
Well done.
Because wasn't that a thing on like TikTok? You can charge your phone by putting it in the microwave.
Something stupid. The first one was nothing. That was
What?
the highest one. What happens if you microwave nothing?
How would
silly.
we have ever gotten that?
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, just put it on. Just turn it on. Grape was 8. The third one. Egg 7. You had metal,
Yeah, I was gonna say metal.
aluminium foil,
Foil.
noodles as well. Just
Half those things you actually can put in the microwave.
yeah.
It's fine to put nothing in the microwave.
But then what gets microwaved?
True. You're just wasting electricity.
All right. Next category, we're going to culture, and the search is public schools are blank.
Safe.
Oh,
All right. Fair enough.
Open.
that's 2. Second lowest, but that's 2 nonetheless.
All right. Free.
That is 3. 3 is 3. Meeks.
Closed.
No.
Good.
No, they
Really?
are not good,
Oh shit.
search-wise.
They're bad.
I'll give you toxic,
Fuck.
which is 1. Which is 1.
How come someone's searching the negative or not the positive?
The stereotype associated.
Then one more, I believe, guess.
No,
for
I'm
you.
out.
Oh, you're out.
I had 2 guesses. Go on.
Meeks, then I think you continue. You got one more.
Public schools are nearby. Near.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
there.
Never mind.
First
What
one
are
was
they?
better than private. Yet
Yeah.
funded by, failing, the great equalizer.
I should have realized you could have more than one word answers.
Yeah, I don't know why I was going for
I
like
was
one
only
word.
going for one word answers.
Okay, we'll do one more. Last one, we're going to people, and the question is, my friend is addicted to blank. Meeks,
What?
what is your friend addicted to?
Weed. Marijuana.
That's-
Mary Jane.
Hold
I'll
on,
get-
Let me just read through the list, brother. Just give me a second. I'll give you weed. 6.
You have to. He said weed.
10.
Porn. Nah, bullshit is not on there.
It's not on there.
Really?
It's not on there.
Yeah, someone in this room is addicted to it.
Crazy.
Alcohol.
Alcohol is there as the third highest, 8. I think Mix has won this game, but Sen,
Yeah. Well,
if you get the next few, maybe
cocaine.
Huh?
Cocaína. In Spanish.
No. stop thinking about drugs. Maybe think about if you're in high school. What could you be addicted to? Maybe in
I told you
university.
porn.
you.
I told you already.
Think more. What else?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, this is too specific. Sen.
TikTok. Surely.
Yes,
Thank
5.
you.
TikTok. Migs.
Video games.
Oh, yeah.
Games.
No.
What?
Yeah, no.
His list is bullshit. Video games and porn addiction are like
That's
up
SETI,
there.
Look,
like.
you keep saying that. Okay, but Google
That's
apparently
SETI
not.
Saturday, dude.
dude.
Come on.
Ask any 13-year-old kid
All right,
what's the
all right.
top 2 things they do. Wanking and playing
Shut
Call
up.
of Duty,
Hurry
bro.
up. Let's
Sometimes at the same time.
go. Okay, Sen, you'll go.
What are we up to?
Sense rattled.
I don't even know. Have we
got
got the
one
top
more
answer?
No, you haven't got the top 2
Oh, really?
answers. So you've got alcohol, you got drugs, and
Money.
you got TikTok. Money's not there, Sen. You had a chance to win this, but no.
What's the phrase?
My friend is addicted to.
My friend is addicted to sex.
No, wrong. Nicotine was the highest.
Our friend
Yeah,
is addicted
yeah,
to nicotine. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Drama was the second highest. But,
No, I don't think I would have gone. Nicotine. Yeah, you know, I'll put my hand. That's a pretty obvious one.
Facebook was there. Gambling,
Yeah, no, that one definitely hits close to home.
vaping, and social media and phone.
Yeah, okay, no, we really could have gone.
Could have got that one.
Damn.
I think Migs has won this quite comfortably. He had 2 10s. I'm not going to bother counting. Migs, you won.
What's up, brother?
As per usual, our episode is brought to you by our very, very good friends at Manscaped. Miguel, we got a new read. It's the 2024 Spring Cleaning Female Edition.
Here we go.
So all 3 of you female listeners, buckle up. So this episode is brought to you by the Spring Cleaning Champions Manscaped TM. This season, make sure the man of your life grooms his carpets and his drapes with the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Have him clear out the winter bush with Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0 and watch his confidence bloom like the springtown flowers. So obviously, listeners, we don't write these because we don't have beautiful language like this. Ours would include a bit more
Crude and lewd vocabulary.
But in any case, embrace the season and have him join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped TM with our special offer. Go to manscaped.com and use the code TCB for 20% off and free shipping. So, Manu, after you used Manscaped, would you say that you finally felt that you caught the spring fever?
Absolutely, man. I felt light as a breeze. The breeze was hitting me differently. I was built for the temperature. The confidence was sky high. No, I'm not carrying extra baggage around the body and around below the waist as well.
And obviously, you used the brand new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra.
Absolutely. I use both heads as well.
So their 5th generation trimmer features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, as you were saying. A standard one for taking a little off the top, and then a new foil blade to go smooth wherever his heart desires. So talk us through the 2 heads.
There's 2 heads sitting on this couch right now. No, the 2 heads, mate. As he said, use the clip up to get the bulk off, and the foil shaver, it just cleans it up nicely. So it's nice and smooth. You get the job done. No loose hairs here and there. It's a nice, clean process.
So obviously they have the lawnmower, but they also have other products like the boxes, which I was wearing yesterday. I realized I
have them on right now, Sen.
You have them on right now.
And I feel comfortable.
I wore them for a whole day. I was out basically from 8 a.m. and I got home like at 1 o'clock, so almost 20-something hours. And I got to say, I felt beautiful, comfortable, dry the entire time.
Sitting right in the pouch.
Yeah, and it was beautifully aerated. Dude, could not be better.
Lovely.
Also, I got to say, during the week, I used the bead trimmer. As beautiful.
It's looking clean. Looking very clean.
And I used the plow as well, the little shaver. Got to say, great product. So
they got all sorts of products.
If you believe us, and you should, and you want to support the people that support us, please go to manscaped.com. Use the code TCB at checkout. You'll get 20% off and free shipping. I can't stress how good of a deal that is.
Wow.
20% off and free shipping, manscaped.com.
Wow.
Alrighty, folks, we are here. The tier list, we're back. And this week, we're looking at iconic Asian dishes. A lot of conjecture, I reckon, with this one. A lot of
dishes.
A lot of dishes. And I've got to say, I don't know what we're going to be putting in the trash or even the second bottom tier. There's a lot of good ones here. And it would feel wrong to put any of them in trash. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to that.
We've also had to cut the list down to 10.
That is true as well.
So I'll put my hand up. We've probably missed a lot.
Yeah, the reason why is so that when part 8 comes out, we're gonna hit
we still got a few more dishes at part 8. Yeah.
All right. Just to remind the listeners, the tiers are as follows. So the bottom one is trash. The second bottom one is last resort. In the middle, we have serviceable. Second top is good, and of course, the top, as per usual. Last time we had 8 things in here, but that's all right. It is supposed to be GOAT, so the greatest one, definitive. But we'll see. All right, first up, we'll start nice and easy. Pho. For those who are uncultured, pho is a beautiful, light, brothy Vietnamese soup with noodles, and you can have chicken, beef, rare beef.
It's traditionally a beef soup dish. Let's take a step back. Let's look at noodles, not just iconic Asian dish. Let's look at noodle soups.
Just in general.
Yeah, where would I put pho on a noodle soup ranking? I can't say it's at the top.
Really?
Or near the top. Ramen.
Actually, yeah. First seems like one of those dishes that does everything, but it's like super accessible. So it's never at the top echelon like ramen. Like the premium cut. But pho, you got a hangover? Beautiful. You got a cold? Maybe you're depressed or you broke up? Beautiful.
It's jack of all trades is what you're trying to say.
Jack of all trades.
But a
Master of none.
Exactly.
I think. Because have you ever had like a stellar pho? Like a top tier, you've traveled 1 hour to get this pho because it's so much better than the one 10 minutes away.
I agree. And no, that's a fair point. I've never had a bad pho either. I feel like it's very run-of-the-mill. It's always nice, refreshing, very good to have.
Yeah.
But I'll take your point. It's not up there with the ramen, for example.
But I don't think it's that run-of-the-mill. Like, I don't think I've ever been like, oh, this pho is okay. Bad. I think it's always good.
It's always good. Yeah.
It's always good.
Is that a detractor then? The fact that it never reaches those heights of amazing, No Michelin star pho, for example. Fact check that. I just made that up.
It's so accessible, man. so accessible.
and cheap as well, relatively
Yeah,
cheap.
that is true.
It's cheaper than a ramen, and it's not as heavy because I do sometimes find that a ramen after you have it, you're a bit bloated.
Mm.
But with a pho, you don't feel that way.
I would put it serviceable. Based on everything we've said, does the job. Not too great, not too bad. Multiple occasions, but it's just run of the mill.
It feels wrong to be putting pho into serviceable.
Have you ever had a fergasm before? Like you've had the food and you're like, oh, this is unreal. No.
No.
So it has to be serviceable. I think it's as simple as that.
Remember,
Alright.
Sen, what we're doing. Iconic.
I know,
Asian
I know,
dishes.
I know, but
Exactly.
I want the listeners and the TikTokers to know I think it should be good, but we'll
Okay.
put pho in serviceable. All right, given we're on the theme of noodle soups, we might as well go to its bigger brother, the Japanese brother, ramen.
I went to your favorite place the other day, Sen, Gumshara,
Oof.
where they have one of the thickest 5 C's broths in Sydney.
Yep.
And my God, it hit the spot. Unbelievably so.
Yeah.
The flavor profile of a ramen soup is unbeatable.
But it warms you up. It warms
That is-
everything in your body up, man. Ramen.
And then the meat that goes with it, like the classic
The pork.
pork, but then you can also get like crackling pork. You can also,
Ooh.
and then the broth, you can get garlic, you can get spicy, and you can add all your toppings you want. My golly gosh. The noodles as well. Some places you can pick the firmness of the noodles you get.
I went to one recently, and yeah, you can pick like soft or hard or chewy. I'm like, dude, I've never even thought about the firmness of my
Yeah.
noodles before. What did you get, actually, by curiosity?
Just got the standard, normal,
Normal,
not too
right?
firm, not too soft. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely. And I overordered that day, took it home, warmed it up in the pot the next day. Still unbelievable. It holds.
Did it get firm, like hard, like
Yeah, it
jelly
did. So I warmed it up
gelatinous?
in a pot rather than the microwave. So it
Yeah.
warms up like a normal soup.
Well, that's one of my problems with the ramen, and I said it before. It's very oily
That is true. It's very fatty.
It
'Cause
is-
the way they cook it with the pork, it gets very fatty.
because when you compare it to a pho, which is very light,
Yeah,
a
that's
bit
fair.
more, I would say, healthier than a ramen.
That's fair.
But where are we putting ramen?
I think also ramen has a pretty big discrepancy, right? Like you can get the cheap and dirty like ramens. You
See-
can also get like higher end like kind of ramens.
I was gonna say ramen. I feel across the board is often more expensive. It's more of a more of
You think
expensive
so?
dish compared to some of the other ones we've talked about. Ramen, I reckon a good ramen is going to set you back at least
20.
20, 22, 24, even 26.
It's a bit expensive for what like ramen offers.
Nah, I think it's worthwhile because it doesn't taste standard. It doesn't taste like I could do it.
It's a, I would
Pho
say,
tastes like I could do it. I could make it. No, genuinely, I'm not even like lying.
Yeah.
what I would say is ramen the most ultimate comfort food. Like it has that,
When it's
because you said it
cold?
warms you up. It's that very warm, fuzzy feeling.
It is literally.
homely.
The reason why I went to get ramen was because I was trying to figure out where to get dinner with my missus, and it was a cold day. Where did my brain first go to? Ramen.
Ramen.
But that's one thing I will say that goes against ramen as well is you're not having a ramen on a 30-degree
Is
day.
it too seasonal ramen?
It is a bit too seasonal, I would
That's
say.
fair. It's not as universal as other
Like,
dishes.
A good ramen is very good, man. But like you said, there are some detractors.
Is
Seasons.
Is it the best Japanese dish?
No.
Ramen.
In
No.
my eyes, no.
No. Okay.
I know
Not
it's a
even
big
top
hitter.
2 in my eyes.
Really?
Yeah, there's a couple of big hitters out there that deserve to be.
Okay. So on our tier list, then, where are we putting ramen?
I think it is above pho.
Yep.
But because of the reason you said, Senny, especially mainly hot day, you're not really getting ramen. Can't be goat. So
Yep.
good.
Good.
I agree with that. All right. Next up, we have Korean fried chicken. Wowee.
And we're not talking about the Colonel here when it goes
No.
to KFC. No, sir.
Different kind of KFC.
Yeah. All the flavors, man. You got the soy. You got soy chicken. You got like the garlic one.
Soy garlic.
Soy garlic. You got sweet chili.
Snow
Oh.
cheese.
Oh, I'm not sure about the snow
Yeah,
cheese.
you know what?
Nah, snow cheese is good, dude.
I used to like the snow cheese, but I had one recently and it was pretty stinker. And I think I'm off the snow cheese right now.
Nah, the good snow cheese though on the right day. Oh my
Oh,
god.
dude, soy garlic is just classic. You can't go wrong
Soy
with that.
garlic and the sweet chili, not like Thai sweet chili, but
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Korean sweet chili.
Or just a regular with the spring onion.
This is a dirty food though. Korean fried chicken. Like,
Oh, I
it's-
mean, it's fried chicken.
It's fried chicken, but it's like you're not having this regularly at all.
Well, I was going to ask that. Could you have fried chicken? Obviously, you definitely couldn't have it every day.
yeah.
Could you have it once a week, you reckon?
Yeah,
I'd
I
be
think you
off it.
could.
No,
I
I
think you
think
could.
I'd be
I
off
don't
it,
think you
dude.
could, man.
I think you could.
I reckon by the third week in a month
Yeah.
of having fried chicken, you're like, I simply can't be doing it. It's gluttonous to do it the fourth week.
Yeah, how often do you have fried chicken in a month?
Hey,
Think.
don't ask these personal questions.
Yeah,
Okay,
come
what
on,
I do
man.
with fried chicken is between me and the Colonel. All right.
right.
No. Realistically, in a month, how many times?
Probably once a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. It feels like a once a month kind of very nice, indulge yourself kind of food. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but let's think about blank canvas, right? Let's say we finish this recording. We're going to get food afterwards. We're looking at Google Maps, think of place to be. What's the first search we all look up? Fried chicken.
we do
Yeah.
all look
Where
up
is a
wings.
Korean fried chicken for us to go to?
Yeah.
Right? We don't go to any other cuisine, any other food even. We don't even look Korean. We look Korean fried chicken. You want to like a night out with the boys or something? You want to go for dinner? Korean fried chicken is probably up there.
If you're going to K barbecue, are you ordering fried chicken as well?
I personally do that.
Yeah. I don't know why though.
I need substance than just the slivers of meat that we cook for like 20 people.
So in your time of need, the Korean fried chicken is always there.
Just also compare it to we've had ramen, we've had pho. You could go to you can have that sort of dish on like events, like date nights and whatnot. But
Yeah.
could you have Korean fried chicken as a good little date night?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think you're good. Like you're not going to get a bucket of wings and just use your hands to eat them. There's ways to do it.
Kush is getting a 10-piece feed for himself.
Wicked wings, brother.
And just getting popcorn chicken for the missus.
A couple of pieces of chalk, a bit of rice, a bit of sides, everything. That's a
What are
Date
some
meal?
like the best Korean fried chicken places here in Sydney? There's Chicken V,
Sparrow's Mill
Sparrow's
Meal.
in
Meal.
the
That's
city.
formerly known as ICG, I believe.
ICG is the type of chicken they sell or the brand.
Incredible. Any other
Incredible Gangjung.
That's the
You're
one.
absolutely correct. Red Pepper in Strathfield.
Yeah, I still haven't tried that one
I have
yet.
not tried that one.
They also have
I've heard-
ICG.
Isn't red pepper like one of the best ones as well?
It is. It is. It's also on top of an RSL, which you don't know where to park.
The
So
Rizal.
keep that in mind. But yeah, unbelievable.
And price wise as well, I feel like fried chicken is relatively, reasonably priced.
If you're getting it en masse, yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta ask, are you bone or boneless?
boneless, bro.
You go
Always boneless.
I'm a boneless. Are you boned?
No, I'll go.
You like getting
boneless.
boned, Sam.
I don't think it's like the ribs thing, dude.
The
But
Riz.
No, ribs. You know how ribs is better to have bones? Like with your ribs?
How can you have ribs without the bones?
No, you can. You can absolutely have boneless ribs.
But you're getting the
Listen to what
same.
you just said.
No, you can. There are actual restaurants that do sell this.
But it's the same meat.
But I've heard that it's
Whereas boneless chicken, it's like you're getting the drumstick.
yeah, it's not like they're getting the drumstick
Yeah,
and fucking
okay.
pulling the bone out.
Yeah.
Anyway, I agree. I like boneless better. But there is every now and then you do want to gnaw on the bone a bit. Or is that just me?
What are you, a dog?
Golden retriever over here.
Yeah, look at this guy.
Hands on all fours and
All right, where are we
I
putting,
see no benefit by having the bones in. Flavor as well.
where are we putting Korean fried chicken?
I'm putting it at the top.
Oh, goat.
Yes.
Oh,
I can't put this at the goat simply because this is not something I will have regularly. That's it. Once a month, dude. That's all I'm having.
This is a food I can live off.
No way I can live off this, bro. This to me, honestly, was going to be serviceable.
There's no way it goes serviceable.
that's outrageous.
I think it was going to be because like I'm not eating it regularly.
No, it's not okay. It's not. Oh, it might be goat to be honest, but it's definitely not serviceable.
serviceable.
It's
No
not
way is
serviceable.
it
It's not
serviceable.
I
serviceable.
don't know. I think it's serviceable. bro.
Really?
I'm going to like, yeah, these are sure they're iconic dishes, but also like, which ones are you regularly eating or your go-to dishes?
I can regularly eat this, and I will always suggest that as a place to go.
I'm gonna have to agree with Manny here, but I don't know if it's goat, man.
Like all these other foods, I have to be in a mood for. Even ramen, I have to be in a mood for.
That's actually so true.
You're
Korean
telling
fried
me-
chicken, I can float at any day of the week.
Anytime,
No way.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
any day, any time, any
After this-
climate. You're up for a Korean fried chicken.
After this recording, Kush, I will happily go to Korean fried chicken with you.
Oh, we're not. So we're getting something else.
But I don't know. I'm happy to put in good. I'll meet you in the middle, both of you. I'll meet you in the middle at good.
This is egregious.
But I'm happy.
If you want to put it in goat, put it in goat. But I'm saying it's serviceable.
It's up to you, Sen. It's up to you, really.
Up to you, Sen.
We've
You
said our
choose.
piece.
Yeah.
I just love fried chicken. It's going into goat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's going into goat. Next up, we have the Hainanese chicken rice.
Shit, I've gone too early with the goat.
Really?
This. Oh my god.
You
Dude.
gotta elaborate. Why?
The Hainanese chicken, it's like a, what is it, poached chicken?
Yep.
Comes with a chicken flavored rice.
Yep.
Cooked in ginger, garlic, chicken broth, etc. and al. And it comes with a triad of sauces. You got chili sauce, you got the soy sauce,
Yeah.
and you got the ginger and shallot sauce as well.
Mm.
This is something I have cooked regularly as well. Now that I figured out the recipe, how to make it easy. When I go to a Chinese restaurant, dude, this is sometimes what I always look for.
Always.
Always. It is a classic. It is simple. It's not fried. It's nothing like that. Not deep in oil. You can eat it so much. Makes you feel a bit healthy. And the flavor is lovely.
Doesn't it take like really long to prepare though?
Yeah.
I figured out a way you can cook it in a rice cooker, mate.
You got a little
All in
shortcut.
one. Even cook the chicken in the rice cooker.
Really?
Oh.
All knowledge.
I swear I've seen videos of it and it's like 32 hours to prepare
Yeah.
this chicken.
Yeah. You need to like, I think, poach it for half a day or something. So that's why restaurants sometimes run out because you can't just make more.
Correct. Right.
I will say the Hainanese chicken rice, simple dish, obviously not to make, but in elements, it's a very simple dish. Not
Yeah.
many flavors going on there. Delightful. Really good, but I'm not seeing the GOAT status that Manny's seeing.
I'm not ravenous for a Hainanese chicken.
Yeah, I can see this just me. You know, like the Korean fried chicken, I couldn't dare concede that, but this I can concede. It's my personal preference.
I will say you can get pretty cheap ones of these. I had one in Singapore for like $3.
Dude,
$4.
and it's just so cheap and simple. And
And it was Michelin starred as well. For $4 or $3. Unbelievable. So you can get good value there.
What about here in Sydney?
I haven't actually had many good ones here in Sydney.
Yeah, I can't recall an excellent or
Like, I know Papa Rich does one. It's bin it. Useless. It's
Yeah.
disgusting. Where have you had a good one?
there's one in Eastwood. I
Where?
actually no, I haven't had it, but it was sold out when I went there. You know the
Wow.
Eastwood markets
Yeah.
next to near the fountain,
Near the fountain, yeah.
where there's those shops open. Yeah, dude, the one there apparently is all over TikTok. I tried to
Okay.
go, didn't get it.
Oh,
I'd
give
be
it a go.
down. Kush, are you in general a fan of the Hainanese chicken rice?
I'm a fan, but to me, it's not something again I'm ravenous for. Like, I think it is something. It could be like how Mig said. It's one of the first things I'm looking for in a menu.
I'll get you a Hainanese chicken rice. I know a spot, top secret, but I'll get you one and it'll change your
Oh,
mind.
He's
All right.
gatekeeping.
Where we-
I absolutely have to gatekeep.
Where are we putting it on the tier list?
Good. I put my hand up at good.
I could put it on serviceable, to be honest.
Why am I always caught in between you
Purely
two?
because like here in Sydney, like apart from the spot that you're gatekeeping, I haven't been to a great place where I want to go back for some Hainanese chicken. I know for a
That is
fact-
true. I can concede that in Sydney there's a lack of like
I'm not going to Singapore for a $4 Hainanese chicken right
Okay,
now. Bro.
let me contextualize. Are we saying it's as good as a ramen? By putting it in good.
No, man.
me, yes. But I can see general consensus is no.
Ramen's more filling. It's more warm, dude. It's way more worth. Nah, I think this is serviceable. For
Maybe
me.
the lack of depth flavors in a Hainanese
But it's a
chicken
good
rice.
basic.
But
man.
it's a good one. It hurts me to say, but I'll have to agree with Kush. I
Yeah.
might have to put in serviceable.
Mm.
All right, next up, Xiaolong Bao. Apologies for my pronunciation there if it was incorrect, but I am not a native speaker. If it's hard to believe.
Bro, there's no need to defend yourself
Sorry.
this much,
Come
man.
off it, all right?
I love Xiaolong Bao.
The XLBs, mate, they are absolutely class. But the thing is, so I've been to many yum cha in my time, if you can believe that or not. There's a lot of variation in a xiaolong bao. I've had so many different flavor profiles come from the same dish at different places. There are places that do it a bit stinky. But when you get a good one, when the soup is lovely, nice and hot, you got to poke a hole in it, pour in your soy sauce and vinegar and slurp it up and then eat it. Oh my goodness gracious me.
Kush, you're looking a bit confused. Let me explain what it is. So it's
I
a
don't
little.
think I've ever had this before.
I'm sure you have, but it's a little. Is it a dumpling?
It's a dumpling. It's absolutely a dumpling. It's
Dumpling.
quintessentially a
And
dumpling.
then there's soup, and then there's mystery meat on the inside.
Not
Okay,
missing.
I've had this
Pork.
before.
Pork. It's probably pork.
Okay, I've had this.
And then you got to poke it. The juice will come out, and then like Mana said, you add some soy sauce. You slurp it up, and then you eat the dumpling. Wowee!
No
Easy
strong
as that.
feelings from my end. No
Really?
strong feelings. Yeah.
It's an absolute staple when you go to a yum cha. It's an absolute staple when you go dumplings.
I agree. I feel like it's very hit or miss. I feel like there's some really good ones, and there's probably some horrific ones out there. My biggest issue is I always burn my tongue on the soup.
It is hot.
It is unbelievably hot,
Just
and that's why we.
wait. Just wait then.
No, but you have to eat it hot because once it goes cold, it's not as good.
Oh,
You shouldn't
okay.
have a cold dumpling. I feel like that's
No.
not a go.
So you got to have it nice and hot. And I'm probably just eating it the wrong way, but every single time without fail, I'll burn my tongue.
You
What
put
do
on-
you mean you're eating it the wrong way?
there's a way to eat it. You got to put it on the soup spoon and you got to poke a hole in it.
So it doesn't burn your tongue.
And then you can either slurp the soup from the dumpling or you let it run out a little and let it cool down using the...
This is
Air
so
around you.
fucking complicated, bro. Just let me eat the dish, man. I don't want to temperature control. What is this, bro? It's not an air conditioner, man.
You're uncultured. bro.
Uncultured, man. Come on. He just wants to gobble on some chook, man. That's what this guy wants to
No, he
do.
doesn't even want to do that, apparently. I don't know what he wants, actually. Can't tell so far. Very all over the shop with this tier list, Kush. Come on.
But I do have to say that is a barrier to entry to this dish.
Yeah.
Because if you're a common someone that doesn't know what's going on. You're just gonna pick it up, eat it. You go burn your mouth every single time.
It's like locked behind a battle pass, bro. Shut the fuck up.
All right, so Shalong Baos. I think this has to be. Would it be serviceable, or is it one below a serviceable?
I would play serviceable. It's not a last resort because I would want to order this every time I go. But barriers to entry, hit and miss, it has to go serviceable.
All right, serviceable it is. Right, listeners, you might have noticed that the recording cut short for a second there. And should we reveal what we did for the listeners?
Well, let's do it.
We were talking about Asian foods, and we were talking at length before the break, and we're getting a bit hungry. So we went to go do some market testing, and boys, we went and got some banh mi's. Wowee. This might bias our opinions. So next up, let's do banh mi, and let's talk about where we're going to put banh mi. So we got some pork crackling banh mi's just then, and wowee.
Wow, what a dish. I got the classic one. Just
Yeah.
a classic pate, the classic sliced pork, and my God, does it hit. Get the pickled carrots, the pickled everything. Get a bit of coriander,
Dude.
chili, fresh chili.
The mayo that they put. Just
And what's the other thing? They put like a little minced pork in there as well. What is that?
Pate.
Is that the pate? So you
Yeah.
only had the pate.
No, they also had sliced pork.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know, maybe like roast pork or something like that, and then you just slice it up, put it in.
we got the crackles on that.
So we had the same thing, but we had the pork crackling as well, and they packed it in. It was a big,
Yeah.
juicy, girthy fella.
I was sitting next to you while you were eating, Kush, and all I could hear was like crunches. It was crunchy, crisp.
And then you hear like literal grenades being dropped on the plate because it keeps falling down, dude.
At one point, you actually said, "It's falling apart." I could hear the sadness in your voice.
But that is the mark of a good banh mi. You can
Correct.
eat, if you eat a banh mi, it should not all stay within the bun.
Yeah.
No.
There should be minimum vegetables. All your carrots and everything should be falling out from the bottom.
I need to be like Gimli digging deep at the bottom, getting all that pork out of there, bro.
There should be shrapnel.
Yeah.
Like it'll be messy, but that's when you know it's good.
And you know what? Every banh mi I've had, I swear they always pack it to the brim. I've never had a banh mi that's like a Subway roll or something like that. It's
Correct.
always packed.
And
always.
Banh mi, if we look at it, if we're talking about the nutritional value, you got bread, you got your carbs, you got your proteins, and then they pack it in with vegetables. Plenty of vegetables.
Man.
And they had the fresh chilies as well. Outstanding. They were $10 as well, which is pretty cheap. Dare I suggest it can get cheaper.
It can, absolutely.
It can get cheaper, but $10 all in all, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm well satiated. I'm no longer hungry. I'm ready to podcast.
You don't need sides as well. You can
No,
just have the banh
yeah.
mi by itself.
The sides fall out of your bun,
You
dude.
self-create the sides.
Right, you didn't even finish yours.
Yeah, I had half. Got a football game to play, but I'm already a bit full after half. So 2 meals, some might say.
Where are we putting banh mi? I think it's a quintessential Asian dish. It's iconic. And there's some really good places here in Sydney, such as Marrickville Pork Roll, the Top Right Bakery. So it's I feel like it's a Sydney famous dish as well. I feel like, I don't know, outside of Sydney, do people know about banh mi? Probably do. I'm just being real.
Real closed off.
Yeah.
And if we look at the list, something Kush called out a lot, seasonal. A lot of dishes are seasonal.
Yeah.
A ramen seasonal. First seasonal. Banh mi, hottest of days.
Yep.
Coldest of days.
Yep.
I will still get one.
Yeah, any time of day as well. I'll have one. I'll have one for
Exactly.
dinner. I would happily have one for dinner.
Yeah, and it's not restricted by price as well. Like
Correct.
it probably ranges from $8 to $14. It's probably cheaper to be honest, $6 to $14.
And I feel like I've never had a bad banh mi either. I feel like you either have like a mid-average one or just amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a
right.
pretty good range in terms of quality.
Yeah.
So are we saying, is this, from what I'm hearing, all I'm hearing is, well, I
Dude,
mean,
quality, quantity, price. That's the three big
the big
ones of
Q's
this, yeah.
and P.
P's and Q's.
So are we saying, well, Kush, you gestured it many times. Kush has spent the last 5 minutes just pointing at the ceiling.
Send
Is
it
everything
up.
all right? What's up there? Are we saying it's goat?
It's not God, it's banh mi, bro. Send it up
Is
to the
it goat?
goat.
It is goat.
All right, so banh mi is goat, and to be honest, I 100% agree with that. All right, next up, we haven't had any South Asian ones, so next up we have butter chicken. Oh, Kush, immediately, no.
No, yes.
Okay, in terms of iconic Indian dishes, I'd say butter chicken is probably one of the most iconic.
British.
Correct,
dishes.
for Westerners, for people who don't really know Indian food. I feel like, and Miguel, I'm going to exclude you here for a second. Me and Kush, the experts in the room, those who know Indian food, butter chicken is not all that.
I mean, Mix has been to Chutkas, but like out of us, where we talk about butter chicken,
yeah.
Nah, man. I'm always choosing a different chicken dish. In fact, I'm choosing a
100%.
different meat dish.
Correct.
Than butter chicken.
I don't think I've ever gone to an Indian restaurant, or at least in the last few years, and I've willingly chosen a butter chicken.
Problem with the list we're doing, right? They're iconic.
So it is iconic.
If you get a survey of 100 people to name you one Indian dish, most likely all of them butter chicken.
That is true.
It is an entry meal to the Westerners. 100%.
Well, it's like a gateway drug.
yeah, pretty much.
It's like smokes.
Butter chicken is the weed of Indian food. Is that what you're saying?
Butter chicken and a bit of garlic naan, and the whiteys become something else.
Making them act all kinds of way. But look, it's an all right dish, but I'm not ordering it. And honestly, even if someone does order it, I'm probably not going to eat it either.
I mean, you'll have a little bit. Like
I'll dabble in it.
Maybe like one chicken piece and a bit of curry, but like that's it. It's also really heavy, and it's creamy. It's very creamy.
I mean, that's a lot of Indian food, though. Very heavy.
That is true. That is true.
Miguel, as someone, now we'll let you come into the chat now. We'll invite you in. As a non-brown person, where do you stand on butter chicken?
Like, it's all right. I mean, it's all right. Overrated as nah. I don't know if I can quote that anymore.
Nah, he's cancelled.
I'm not the biggest fan of Indian food, and butter chicken falls into that category. It's not as flavorful as like I feel like Indian food should be, right? Like very basic
Agreed.
creaminess. I don't know like basic spices and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's really tailored. Well, obviously where I get it, it's probably tailored towards Western palates.
And often the butter chicken you'll find here is very sweet.
It's so
it's
sweet,
very
dude.
sweet. Yeah,
savory dish that has a bit of sweetness to it. I'm automatically off it.
I'm always choosing like a chicken tikka, korma chicken over that. Even a lamb rogan josh. Always.
What's the British national dish?
I'm pretty sure it's
chicken tikka masala.
tikka
I thought it was
masala.
chicken madras, but might be chicken tikka.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
chicken
So
masala.
yeah, exactly. So like these are dishes, Indian dishes that were not created by Indian people. So butter chicken in that regard, I don't want to say it's trash, but it's definitely, it can't be anything higher than a last
Is it the
resort
worst
for me.
Indian chicken dish though?
I think it is. Honestly, I think it is.
Then I think this goes in trash.
Trash.
No, from what it sounds like, you guys will eat it. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I should have said I probably wouldn't eat it. If you ordered it, I still probably wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, I might have a little bite here and there, but I'm not having like the whole dish. It's not something that I'm gonna fill myself up with at all.
I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you want to put it?
Look, it is, to me, it is a little bit trash, but I think it's honestly a last resort. I know historically I've had a little bits here and there, butter chicken, but I'm always going to choose other dishes. I'm always going to choose a chicken dish, a lamb rogan josh. I might choose like a different type of like biryani over butter chicken. So
Yeah, there's a lot better Indian dishes out there,
100%.
and I just don't know why butter chicken's so famous.
Yeah. So I think last resort is a good area to put this in.
Fair enough.
Back with the noodle soup dishes, and this time we have laksa. I am a fiend for laksa. I love it.
I can't agree with that. I'm not a big fan of a laksa. I don't know the last time I ordered a laksa.
All right, Sen, froth it. Tell us why you like a laksa.
I like laksa, especially when you're feeling a bit under the weather. If you're feeling a bit sick, you get a nice, beautiful laksa, very spicy. It just burns the throat. You know what I mean? Just burns it. You can just feel the sickness, the sore throat going away with
Destroys the virus.
every sip you take. And it's, I don't know, I just find it's very flavorsome, very spicy. You can have prawns, tofu. The noodles, to be honest, are actually the worst part of a laksa.
Yeah, it's like rice. Is it vermicelli noodles? Like really soft. It like sort of sometimes
Thin, dude.
sometimes gets mushy with the soup.
Yeah.
So I don't care about the laksa noodles itself, but the actual soup itself and the meat and the condiments that go into it, I find very delightful.
I haven't ordered laksa in a decade, I reckon.
Ooh.
I would never opt for it. I don't know. It's just too thick. It's like,
It's so heavy, dude.
It's heavy.
So heavy. I agree.
Holy shit, you feel bloated, like bloated Maximus after eating
See,
that.
it's crazy. When I worked at KPMG, there used to be a laksa place in Barangaroo.
Yeah.
And they used to do like maybe $10, $15 laksa, like pretty cheap. And people at work used to go at lunch. I'm like, dude, firstly, you're wearing white shirts. So if you spill anything on it, that's staining almost for the rest of the time. And secondly, that's a big daddy meal you're having at lunch and you got to come back and work. I didn't get it. So for me, it's not a lunch dish. This is mostly, to be honest, a dinner. And it has to be seasonal as well for me, Loki. It has to be kind of cold for me to get a laksa.
But I'm always choosing a pho or ramen over laksa, I think.
and if we're at a Chinese place, I'm choosing like the wonton noodle soup, like the clear soup over a laksa. And if we're going like Malaysian, Indonesian, if they have a laksa, I'm going like a rice dish or stir-fried noodles. Like I don't know a scenario where I'm picking a laksa, to be completely honest with you.
You're saying you're never touching a laksa.
That's why I haven't ordered it in like a decade.
That's crazy. I don't know. For me, in terms of now we've talked about pretty much all 3 noodle soups. If I had to rank them, I'm going ramen, laksa, then pho.
I'm definitely putting pho above laksa because laksa's just too heavy, man.
I'm doing that as well.
Yeah.
So where are you putting it?
I think it probably should be serviceable, but I feel like you guys are one step below it.
I think Migs is a trash.
No, it's not a trash. Let's not be silly. It's not trash.
I'll eat it. Like, I'll eat it. If it is in front of me, I'll eat it, but I'm not ordering it on my own volition.
Yeah, same. I think this is the last resort. I haven't had a laksa in a while, man.
All right. I mean, it pains me. I do like a laksa, but it seems like you boys are pretty convinced that it should be last resort, so I'm happy to put it there. All right, 2 more to go. Next up, we have sushi.
Oh my lordy lord. This. Oh my God. This is honestly one of my favorite things of all time. Not just foods, just things in life.
Then you're looking a bit blank here.
I have my thoughts, but you guys seem to be very passionate about this, so I want to let you guys talk first.
When I enter a food court, sushi is always what I look for. And then you can get different like styles, right? And normally the hand rolls, you can go raw salmon if you want. You can go cooked salmon. You can go chicken, fried chicken, chicken teriyaki. You can go tempura prawn, pork even, you know, if you want to spice up a little California roll, soft shell crab, etc., etc.
Just named a whole menu.
Absolutely. That's how much I know. And then you can go the nigiris. You can go you can get also, but I'm talking about the sushi place. But yeah, those are sushis you can get. Class. Absolutely class. And then if you want to scale up, you can go omakase. You can get all the raw seafoods.
That's more sashimi at that point, isn't it?
No, it comes with, there's rice underneath.
Let's also I want to talk about the shop structure, the shop design. You can get like your normal sushi.
Sure.
No, I'm not talking about the architecture. Like,
so they have a stand in this.
Architectural digest over here.
No, but like you can get like just 1 or 2 rolls at a sushi hub. Go to the train.
Oh, the train.
Oh.
Dude, the train's like a little buffet just for sushi, man.
I have a massive gripe with Sushi Train.
Come off it. Go on, tell us. What is it?
It's such a gimmick.
In what way?
It's the same sushi that you're paying double the price for just because it comes around on a little conveyor belt.
I don't know if it's double.
What do you mean double the price?
Okay, maybe not double the price, but it's
like $1 more. That's it.
It's no, it's more than $1.
No. If you go to like a sushi hub and you get the nigiris, you get one. That's like $2.
Yeah, and
on the plate there's like 2 or 3, and it's like $5-6.
Exactly. So
it's the same price.
It's the same price.
Do the mathematics.
And the roll is cut into like 4 pieces. It's like the same. It's like $5.
I don't know. What's the value of your time at that point? You're sitting there waiting for these trains to come
But it's the
around.
experience of like, I'm not just limited to this like tray of salmon nigiris that I've bought. I can actually pick and choose what I want.
But you're only going because the food comes around.
No, bro, you're not. You're fundamentally not. Tell me another
food. It's just
tell me another
at velocity rather than being stationary.
Yeah, but all other sushi places, it's takeaway. You can't just sit and like.
You just like acceleration. It's Newton.
No, but if you go to an actual sushi place that sells you sushi and you buy it and it comes in whatever, it's the same price.
Yeah, but it's the same sushi. But I'm not the same thing.
Yeah, but it's the same price. So what are you complaining about?
No, it's not. It is more expensive.
You're comparing it to Sushi Hub and shit like that. Where it's takeaway.
Correct.
You can't compare takeaway. That's like me comparing Macca's to like
burger place.
Like a burger place. You can't compare.
There's an actual difference in the quality between Macca's and a burger place, which Sushi Hub.
No, there is an actual difference in quality.
It's negligible, the difference.
No, bro, I am so like much arguing against you on that. It's different. It's different because you have to compare it to sushi restaurants, not takeaway sushi. And sushi restaurants are the same price. They're not cheap.
Yeah, and like even if it is, I reckon it's $1 more expensive. That's it. It is not like a large.
You're not paying for the fucking conveyor, bro.
Yeah.
It seems like you are, man.
Who cares? Maybe it's a bit of Thomas the Sushi Engine. Who cares? It's great. I love it. Are you kidding me?
It's a dining experience, man.
Sitting down with a bunch of the boys. And
I don't know.
sushi.
Look, sushi's good, but
Get the plates, count the colors.
Once you've had sushi a couple of times, it's the same things. There's not much innovation in the sushi world, I feel.
That's like any food.
What? Look at this whole list, brother.
Nah, dude.
If you get a banh mi, you know what the banh mi is going to be every
you can
single
have
time.
variations in the banh mi.
You can have variations of sushi.
What variation?
He just like named the whole menu in the beginning.
The fillings,
Nah,
and then you
but
change like rice. You can change the brown rice, whatever.
But
the
sushi-
sauce on top, you change
On
that.
the most part, sushi will taste the same everywhere you go.
No way, dude. What are
Yes,
you
it is. It's just
talking
meat,
about?
rice, and seaweed, bro.
This is so haram, bro. What are you saying, man? Korean fried chicken is just chicken, bro, with a bit of
Nah,
sauce.
No, they can have variations in the flavors. Dude, you get a
sushi.
salmon and avocado. It's going to taste the same at Sushi Hub. It's going to taste the same at the sushi tray.
Yeah, so if I get a spring onion fried chicken from
they could be
Chicken V
different, bruh.
to Sparrow's Meal to everything, it's the
man.
same.
They have the little Koreans, man.
This guy's got a little agenda against the Japanese.
I
I
got
can see
no
it.
agenda. I was a big fan of ramen.
Oppenheimer, huh? What are you
I was a
on
big fan of ramen. I just don't get the hype with sushi.
about?
It just seems boring. It's boring food.
Okay, look, food doesn't have to be exciting visually if that's what's like bothering
I'm
you.
not saying
Even visually, it looks
even
nice,
visually,
bro.
Yeah, it's a nice little roll, dude. Beautiful. Handheld food, man. And sushi never gets dirty. It never gets dirty, dude.
What if
When
I
you
drop
eat
it on the
sushi.
floor?
Shut the fuck up, bro.
This
If
guy-
your argument against sushi is what if you drop it on the floor,
This guy-
that shows how weak your argument is.
Kush dropped his banh mi on the floor.
And he still ate it. No, I didn't drop the banh mi. I dropped the
He
patty.
dropped his whole ass sandwich.
No,
His plate was on his seat.
how did it even fall down, by the way?
I don't know. I turned around. I just saw Kush looking very full on.
Oh shit.
Just looking very sullen and morose at a
I
banh mi on the
lost
floor.
5 strands of carrot. That's it, all right?
Anyway, where are you guys putting sushi? Whatever you say, I'm saying one tier below it.
I'm not saying goat.
I'm saying
It's not
goat.
goat. It's not goat.
I'm not
it's
saying
not goat.
goat.
It's not goat.
I'm saying goat, and you can't change my mind.
Okay,
I think it's a solid good.
I think sushi's good. Like, you can't go wrong with sushi, but it's definitely not goat.
I'm putting it in goat. I want everyone to know that.
That's fine. Let them know that. I think it's a good.
I'd put it good as well, Sam.
2v1.
All right. And finally, for today, for this iteration of the Asian dish tier list, we have Pad Thai.
A pad thai, honestly, is not in my top 2 pads from a Thai place.
I agree with that, to be honest.
Pad siu,
Yep.
pad ki mao,
Yep.
Yeah.
pad insert other things.
No,
What's-
Pad Thai's third. Pad Thai's third. Let's not be silly.
No, there's I'm not even gonna try, bro.
Paki Moon, isn't there?
Yeah, there's that.
I was going
There's one that has
to
like prick in it. Some pad something prick. It's like pork belly. Anyways, besides the point.
The poor Thai guy. The waiter just trying to take his order and he's calling him a prick.
He's not a top pad. It's not even a top noodle for me.
But it is out of the pad variations. It
Most
is the
iconic.
most iconic.
Yeah,
it's the most
got,
famous.
It's got the name Thai in it, bro.
Correct.
It has to be.
But I agree. I'm Pad CU man through and through.
That's you 100%.
It's got the thing you hate saying, the sweet in a savory dish.
Correct. And that is exactly why I don't like the Pad Thais.
Mm.
Because sometimes they go too far with it and it tastes like a dessert half
There-
the time.
Dude, there are a lot of bad pad thais.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of bad pad thais out there. I honestly, I don't think I've had an amazing pad thai. I think they're always in around, it's all right. It's okay. But I've had some really good pad CUs. I know that for sure. So there is.
Pad siu, the way they char it, it's sweet, but they char it, so it's caramelized.
Yeah.
Wow, unreal. But yeah, pad thai, I think it's very common for it also to be like the noodles to be soft, like
Mm.
soggy. Like, I think it just gets overcooked somehow. And then I don't like when it comes on a plate. Everything's just separate. Like the bean sprouts are separate to the peanuts, to
Yeah.
the lemon wedge. Why do I need to add a lemon, dude? What's that all about?
Yeah. And I don't like peanuts in. I just don't like the texture of the peanuts in
I thought you were a nut man.
I am a nut man. I went up to Central Coast recently with some of my mates, and we were in like a random shopping center, and then there was a Chinese restaurant in the shopping center, and they do that thing where, come the end of the day, they had $5
Yeah, boxes.
boxes to take away, and one of the things they were selling was pad thai, and it looked old. It looked like old pad thai. And one of my mates was like, dude, I want to try it. And I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've heard in my life. So he tried the $5 pad thai. Not 20 minutes later, he was in the toilet shitting it out. So to your point, yes, there are some bad pad thais there.
Yeah.
With all that being said, boys, where are we putting it? Where does a pad thai go in the tier list?
Yeah, look, I personally don't have time for a pad thai. I've said it before. I don't like it. I don't order them. If someone ordered it as well, I probably wouldn't touch it. For me, looking at the list that we have, comparing it, you know, we have Last Resort, we have butter chicken laksa. I would honestly reach for those before a pad thai. So for me, I might have to put pad thai in trash.
It's unfortunate, but it's just the truth. It has to go down there.
Alrighty, so that means the final list is as, like we just discussed, in trash tier is pad thai. Apologies to our Thai listeners. In Last Resort, we have the Big BC, butter chicken, and we have laksa. In serviceable, we have pho, the Hainanese chicken rice, and the Zhao Long Bao. In good, ramen and sushi.
Should be higher.
Should be higher, maybe. Maybe, let us know. And in goat, we have Korean fried chicken and banh mi.
No complaints about those
Yeah,
two.
I'm pretty happy
complaints.
with that. Let us know if you guys agree with that. And if you don't, keep it to yourself. Alrighty, listeners, that brings us to the end of a wonderful episode. Or maybe I'm just talking about the lunch we had. I really can't tell.
Beautiful banh mi. Really nice.
Beautiful
I would
banh
go
mi.
back there for a second banh mi.
You know what, listeners? I'm going to go behind the curtain a bit. So today was the second episode we recorded today. We were trying to pre-record because I think when this comes out, we'll be in Japan.
Correct.
So we took a little halftime break. We got some banh mi's and some Vietnamese coffees. And they were, I think Manu was saying, 3 shots of coffee.
I've never had a Vietnamese coffee before. I was so surprised because when Migs described it as 3 shots, I was like, this is way too sweet.
Yeah.
Then I found out there's there's a lot of condensed
There's
milk in that bad
A
boy.
lot of condensed milk. Because, yeah, to your point, it's very sweet. And there's 3 shots of coffee.
Yeah.
Very nice, I have to say. I might have to go check my fucking glucose levels after this. But my heart is also... It's actually a really weird feeling where I think I'm amped up full of sugar and caffeine.
Yeah.
And I'm dead set about to start peeing off the walls. Anyway, you might notice if you're watching the YouTube, someone has left to my right. Miguel, I think the coffee, 3 shots of coffee ran straight through him. So he ran straight to the bathroom. The man is taking a lovely dump right now.
Been there for 40 minutes, I believe.
Have to plunge in the toilet. Anyway, if you want to listen to more toilet chat, please go back and listen to our older episodes. You can find them on YouTube. You can also find them on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Check out our Instagram and TikTok. We're posting reels there basically every day. And we also put up some cool stories on Instagram, so please go follow us there. And we'll catch you guys next week.